Alright, joining us in progress, some 6 max, 50 NL. We're 4 tabling right now. Just switched over from zone, so without the use of a HUD, gonna try to see if we can't exploit anyone with any kind of tendencies. Let's see our first decision, $2 to win 5, sure. And we're actually probably good so far. I'm gonna check call this flop. I assume the initial raiser is going to bet. He did not. I basically just want to see a 10 or higher on the turn. I think a lot of stuff can bet this flop. Okay, that could be a pocket pair. That could be all sorts of stuff. This call could be spades. Now to turn this hand on, if we're gonna actually play it, I'm gonna need to push this up to, let's say, $8. Really see what's going on here. Okay, if we get another call here, I assume we're just gonna get jammed on if this guy has a reasonable hand, otherwise he should fold. Okay, so that's a really good card for us. He just called us, so we're gonna continue our line. I'll try to convince him we have a good hand. We bet slightly less than half. We picked up lots of phantom outs. We could still definitely have the best hand, but I'm gonna guess he has at this point probably 8s, 9s, something like that. So I'm just gonna try to see a showdown here. I'm never getting that hand to fold. Yep. So call the check raise. The 7 on the end also makes it impossible for me to bluff, because the only way I was beating him is if I had a 7. That's the only hand that check raises that flop with any kind of showdown value. So that 7 on the end really made it 100% impossible to bluff. Let's fill up. Dealt our 49. Oh, I let a hand over here time out. Oops. Okay, just making sure I got everything. Alright, there we go. Ace 5. Let's put in a raise. Let's go to 1.89. Sure. Because we had an extra 2 limpers in there. 6 max ace high is quite good. We want to make the pot big enough if these guys call in, but we can put their stacks in. 4-9. Just have to fold this one. This is a decent flop for us. Club draws can call, so we can get some value. Let me just start off with a half pot bet. Here I'm going to raise to $1.68. Just, dead money. Just want to keep your raised amount pseudo random. Going to be heads up out of position against the short stack. That seems not the best. I'm going to actually lead on this flop. Again, same idea, half pot. He can float with some. Now he actually picked up showdown value. I'm going to check here. If he has hearts, he may check behind. If he has an ace, he may bet. I don't expect much else to bet. Okay, so I'm pretty certain I have the best hand. I can't get rid of an ace, so I might as well just check and see a showdown. Yeah, he definitely called me with a 9 on the flop, potentially hearts. There's no need to bet on the end. Definitely gonna make more money in the long run by just inducing a bluff from him. He put in $2 right here. I think if this guy folds, I'm actually going to call and look for an aceless flop and then check call him. And have him put his stack in. maybe the idea. Oh, he actually raised, so there's folds here. Flush draw versus a pair. Fours. Kings, pretty good. 40 clubs, sure. 1, 2, 3. Early position. This is a pretty wide raising range, but my raising range is quite wide. My 3 and 4 bet range is extremely narrow. Check here. Well, not extremely narrow, but significantly tighter than my initial raising range. Checked around. Let's check one more time. I imagine there's going to be some semi-bluffs here from some clubs. Check this. I cannot call here. Can't call here. A bet and a call. A bet and a fold would have made more sense for semi-bluff type hands. We have a pair. Let's bet. Off on the 6 max, that's usually good enough. Fold this guy. Get raised. Could be 5 and hearts, could be just a jack. I don't imagine I'm getting a jack to fold on continuous streets. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that one go. Could call, run down, some kind of ace high something. But it's not ideal. It's $1.56, so it's a huge 4x is pretty big for a 3 bet, especially in 6 max, because you're gonna be 3 betting a lot. Definitely raising to 141. Can't not raise your ace. You just gotta raise your aces. Here, let's do 187. That flop can't have hit him. So let's bet a little over half the pot and get it in if he decides to ship on us. Via diamonds. Could also have an 8. I'm just going to put his stack at risk right now. And if he let him decide what he wants to do, fold this. I don't want him to draw. He does have an 8. I get lucky. Jack 8. Called the raise pre-flop and got top pair. Just called the flop. Dry board. Oh, that's my mistake. This guy, I'm gonna just call here. See if I can get someone else to come in. $8 from the big stack. Fold here. Calling is a little awkward. Let's go to 21. See what we can't do with that. Because if I just call and let someone else in, I mean, this is already such a substantial raise that he's committing me to the pot. So if I just call, it's the same as putting in more chips. It's the same range, except for just a pure bluff. I'm gonna keep my hand under repped on this table. It's a pretty nice flop for me to just get call this $3 bet here to be a king, any random king. Yeah, so me and him, we're just gonna get it all in right here. That's the dream. I'm assuming he has queens. Oh, ace queen. Okay. Oh, that's not great. Got it. Seems fine. I'm gonna bet my pivot card. 8 or 7 of diamonds. Seems really good. Okay. That is the literal worst turn card for my hand. Betting the pivot worked. I gotta keep a little bit of pressure on. Let's bet a little over a third of the pot. And this is non-committal, so if we get raised substantially by either of these players, you can just let it go. Check call is fine. I'm totally fine with that. Let's raise over here to 1.23. $17. I mean, I don't think I can even call here, to be honest. It doesn't make a lot of sense. 250 call. This one I gotta go up to 7. Yeah, I don't think I can call here. It's just his check call on the turn. Makes it so that this isn't really a hand that ever loses to kings here. I mean, loses to aces. Oh well. Let's see bet. We're gonna get it all in here against queens. Seems good. Raise here to 34. Oof, and the queen for the dagger on the end. Got raised on this c-bet, so we gotta fold. 26 bucks. Yeah, gonna go ahead and fold the $26. C-betting this flop, definitely. It's the initial raiser, and by initial, the only raiser. Got called out of the big blind though, so there's lots of try hands. Bet, that could be any bet, almost the pot. Fold here out of position, fold here. I'm actually going to call once, look for clubs. This is a good card for me. I assume he has to check. Or if he bets, I'm going to raise him. Really tell my club story. My king could also just be good. If he flops some kind of crazy two pair, stuff like that. So let's put him mountain where if he goes all in, we can fold. But we like to tell him that we're not going to. That's pretty much what that does here. I'm ripping clubs. And I think I have to fold if he ships. Yep. Definitely going to raise blind versus blind to just the standard 3x. Ace king. What premium hands for 6 max, jeez. Kings, aces, aces, ace king. Raise blind versus blind. A check doesn't make a lot of sense here. It really says I have an ace if I check, so I'm going to bet. Seems bluffy. The only problem is he can't continue with much. The fact that he called means I can continue one more time. I'm going to raise here, so just $2 real quick. I can continue, bet a little over half. Keep telling the story. Hopefully he calls again with an 8. And now the only way I can win, if I'm bluffing, is to bet again. Here, I'm going to 3-bet this table to... Oh, nice hand. I'm check here. I'm going to 3-bet this table to 287. Case aces on the board. Seems good. Diamonds came in. Just going to bet one more time. Flop to gutter. And I 3-bet pre-flop, so I gotta represent that I have a pair. I'm gonna raise here on the button. 3x. Gonna go and fold this. I've been called in 2 spots. Club completes. I'm gonna check. Call this guy if he ships. If any of this player 4 comes in, I gotta just fold pretty much. Hopefully it doesn't check around. That means that I missed the bet. Okay. Well, I can't even rep a single club because none of these guys are going to be afraid of that. I'm going to fold this, I'm going to raise this. Check. Yeah, certainly can't beat that. I should have bet the turn. I should have done. That was a mistake. Fight against 2 opponents. I'm perplexed as to how they both called the flop. Folding. This king 7 is going to get raised. $3. These open raises are huge. 6 times. That's absolutely crazy. Fold the jack deuce. I don't really understand this. Yeah, see, because this is exactly what happens whenever you 6 times. So unless this dude has jacks or better, this is why you do that. If he just calls off ace queen off or something like this, I assume it's going to be fold. Okay. Yeah, ace queen, ace 6. Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. That's horrible. Gets there and loses. Nice. Got the 6 and then lost. That's pretty much status quo for that kind of hand. Decides to call off $11 more when he knows at very, very, very best he's got 1 overcard. More often than not, he's actually just dominated like he was in that case. So those are These are the opponents we're playing against. These are the experts at 50 NL. 6x and an insta call off a6 diamonds. Seems good. At 50 NL, especially 6 max, you don't want to get too tricky. You're gonna increase your bluffing ranges against bigger stacks, like C2 here. I want to bluff a little bit more against C1 here, C6 here, stuff like this, because as stacks get deeper, bets get less committal against who on table. Actually, yeah, against like a $22 stack or $16 stack. Pretty much any bet, any substantial bet is their whole stack, so you can't really bluff them off. Make a little bit of a loose call here and check that flop. If I get a modest bet, half pot or lower from either of these players, I'm gonna go ahead and call if this guy folds and look for a heart or a bluffy card. Yeah, so I'm gonna take my time here and go ahead and call. I'm gonna half pot this top table. I'm gonna check raise the 4 of hearts here. I'm just gonna continue again with a 10 or an 8, something like that. I don't assume he's gonna check behind. Okay, and now another heart. I'm gonna go ahead and lead. I don't think a 5 of hearts is good enough. Get insta call, better check hearts. Okay. The 4, if I would have check raised the 4 like I planned, I would have won. I don't think he would have continued. Yeah, I can't really do anything on that. River, 25 cents, why not? Yeah, I should have check raised. Well, he took away my check raise, as it turns out, because he had check hearts. I should have put together that he only checks the turn if he had a reasonable heart, and then just shut down on the river automatically. Because any normal 9 is likely to bet there. Go to the note screen. Ignore this chat. $3. That's 7.5 times. I'm gonna put him on 10s, jacks, something like that. Call. I mean, this is a good hand, and we're deep enough that I can kind of figure out where I'm at post flop. Raise here, raise here. It's a great flop for me. This call here worries me. 9 bucks. I mean, now I'm in this spot, right, where what kind of hand bets $9 on this flop? 10s may still do it, maybe queens, maybe. It's more likely he just has aces, something like that. Check tech, got a bet on the button. If I just call, I give him the opportunity to raise both of us. If I raise, I might be able to get him out. But I also want to keep the pot small in case he does decide to raise. I don't want him to raise to some crazy huge amount like he just did. Insta ship. Alright, it's pretty clear that my king is no longer good here. Oh my goodness. That his all-in, his insta all-in is really bizarre. With just top pair, no kicker. But good on him. This is one of the dangers of multi-way pots. Is you randomly get put in these positions. I just checked the flop and give a pot size bet on the flop. Okay, yeah, no, you're good. Wow, 17 insta call. This is craziness over here. These guys are tilted. They must be talking mad shit to each other, and I just have the chat off. Wow, what's going on here? Ace 8, ace king, 10. Oh, 10's full, no problem. And then the 8 beats the ace king for the side pot. Raise blind versus blind. It's just min raise. Just move on. Just go ahead and give me your blinds. Thank you. Flop a pair, bet. I'm at 350. What are these raises? Are so big. I'm gonna raise on the button. Just a min. This is going to 267. Raised to $4. Blind versus blind. He did call and raise pre-flop. King if possible. Diamonds could be a thing. A semi-bluff with diamonds, but even though he's semi-bluff with diamonds, he could have 6-8. He could have ace 7. I think I'll just call here. Now I'm gonna check the 10 when I get there. Let him check behind with a diamond draw, or let him bet with a king. Raise blind versus blind with my king. Yeah, he checks behind. Diamonds gets there. Now I get to rep it for value against the king. That's my guess. If he raises me, I just obviously have to go away 100% of the time. Oh, maybe I could have gotten value off of a king on the turn. Only 25 cents. Bet my pivot. Any 4 or 5 or diamond. It's pretty sweet on the turn. Then raise my button. I flopped a pair. Not good enough in a 4-way pot. And then raise my button. Yep, unfold there. Just gonna bet. I thought top pair. Pretty easy. Gutter ball from the raise. That's gonna be checked. I'm gonna bet. I assume I get called once. By queen. I may get check raised by air. 3x here at the ace. Check again. My gutter is the same. I'll check behind. If he checks again, I got a bet here. The only way he's... Okay. Well, I have nothing. But I can't imagine. Check all the flop was nothing that didn't get on the turn. At least. Ace, queen, that's a pretty dry flop. He could have king, he could even have king, jack. Jack 10. Can't really call it. $1.56. I could jam on this guy. That is an option. But I'm actually going to go a little bit more conservative and fold the 8s. Jamming is probably better. But I'm going to raise this suited ace. Actually, with the limper, I should have gone up to like $1.70, something like that. That's a great board for me. I'm going to raise him up to $2. Yeah, I mean, what is he betting there? Makes no sense. This would have been a hard board to play. I think he could be doing this with ace king with the ace of clubs. He could be doing this with king queen with the queen of clubs. He could have ace jack with the ace of clubs and a gutter ball. He could have all sorts of stuff like that. Check my 4-9, fold my d6. Check my gut shot. Fold. Just gonna go check the spades. Ace jack. That's definitely gonna be worth a raise. Too crazy yet. Just got it in super bad. Got $1.50. We definitely got to 3-bet this to at least $4. Just to get a little bit of a better idea where we're at. Plus we're in position, so that's always gonna be a reason to get more chips in the middle. Pre-flop. That's a good flop for us. Let's see, we 3-bet pre-flop, so if he checks to us, we need to... We could check behind our queens, but then we're getting beat by a bigger ace. We raise our button. We gotta continue our story. Let's bet a little bit less than half the pot. Fold this king. We got, yeah, I mean, I don't know how we could get too much value off a hand. Maybe 8s or 9s if we check behind. But then the turn needs to come really blanky, so I think we're just better off betting and hoping to have it look bluffy. Can't call it the queen 6. This guy to our left has a big stack and is 3-betting us out of the small blind. Good to know. I guess we're going to turn up our pre-flop raising range a bit. I would normally raise with this hand, but I'm actually just going to call and just join the limp flop. Decent flop. We have diamond pivots, and we can also turn jacks. So I expect it to get bet to us. If no one bets, then I definitely have to. If this guy, okay, well, it's gonna do $1.77. You have lots of really good pivot cards. The jack just turns us nuts. Any diamond on the turn is good for us. No one's check raising this flop unless they have queen jack. An ace would have led. A king would have led. I expect to get folded to by everyone a majority of the time. I get check shipped on very rarely. I get check called by what, jack 10, queen 10, stuff like this. I really expect these to be folds. I would be super surprised by a check raise. On this high of a board, considering we all limped, so, you know, what are you repping there? Queen jack is about it. I'm gonna raise, I have a king. He did call. I gotta continue. I have the here, so now 8, 9, 10, so we have the same hand. He check called us on the flop. I assume he's gonna check call us on the turn. I'm gonna bet one more time, see if he goes away. Probably not, okay. Just gonna check for showdown. I can call like $3, maybe a little less, 2 something. I can't call really much over $3 here. Okay. So if he checks, I definitely just gotta put his stack in. He rivered clubs, he had ace, 3 of clubs. You know, this is one of those times where I really wish I just had anything. Just literally anything at all. I'm gonna 4-bet here. Makes our hand better, even though it's gonna be heads up out of position. 1. Fold the 8-10, fold the 7-10, fold blind versus blind. 3-bet, and his 3-bet calling range is probably has a lot of aces in it. This is actually a bad bet. I really should have just check folded this flop. After we 3-bet pre, he puts half his stack in. 3-betting ranges start getting up towards pairs almost exclusively. Very occasionally, but rarely, big aces like to 3-bet. Most big aces like to just see a flop. Oh, gotta continue our story here. We only get continued by spades. So when I 3-bet, I'm saying basically I have 10s or jacks or something like this. And then when the flop comes an ace on and I bet, I'm really opening up the ability for my opponent to raise me off of my hand the majority of the time. Definitely calling 75 to win the $4. I flop a pair. I'm gonna probably check call once if it doesn't get bet much more than $2. Looking to turn an 8 or a 10. I would really love to be heads up at this point, because that means that there would be more 8s out there. 7-9 is a hand that could be here. 7-5. Definitely gonna check call. I'm gonna go ahead and lead the turn. It looks potentially bluffy. 7-9's he insta called, and then we get counterfeit. So there's nothing I can really do there. He bet the flop. Insta called the turn. Does he ever not have a king here? He just bet the pot. Check here. 6 bucks. Does he ever not have a king here? Called so fast on the turn. I just can't see what he, he bet the flop. I'm so tempted to call. Why am I so tempted to call? I don't even have a read on this guy. Yeah, whatever, it's my money. Ace jack, yeah, I mean, it's just like, why is he calling so fast on the turn? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Maybe call it, spidey senses. I mean, I'm not sure what to say really. It's just there's something about that insta check call and then insta pot the river that just did not make sense to me. That's probably fairly standard, and I just, you know, probably long range donk off pot size river bet right there, but yeah, that hand didn't make any sense to me. If he checks again, I'm gonna bet. Okay, I'll fold now because I think he actually has something. Also, I had queen high. Man, I really want to go back and I can't wait to go back and look at that hand again. I gotta figure out what just happened there because that's the flop. I mean, king card elimination. Yeah, it makes it harder for him to have a king, but that doesn't mean much. He bet the flop. Okay, so on this hand we're continuing. We did get called on the flop. Clubs is reasonable. We only raise small. So 9s, 10s, ace X could still continue. We're going to keep telling our story more than half the pot now because there's lots of 9x of clubs, 10x of clubs that I don't want to give odds to keep going against our aces. Here, oh, raise, we got our ace. Always raise with your aces and 6 max. Not always, but a lot of times. I'm actually going to make a little bit of a loose call here. Suited connectors. I would normally 3-bet, but his stack is getting so small that if I 3-bet up into the $7 range, then the pot is big enough where he might just ship the flop, and I would like to flop a draw and continue, so I want to keep the flops fairly small for now. And also, if we get 3-bet from the blinds, we can just go ahead and fold. Yeah. Fold here. We're going to 3-bet this. Check our king. Flop a gutter ball. Let's go ahead and check it. Yeah, we're gonna call this off. Pair, 8s. Oh, 8-7 off. Okay. Oh, that's a good flop for him. Fold this. $2.20 gut shot. Not much else I can draw to. 6-10. If there's a fold here, I'm gonna open, well, that's the same as a fold in my opinion. Open this jack 9 off. Our gut shot never materialized up here on the top table. Good thing we didn't decide to get squirrely with that. $4. Raise, re-raise. 10 of diamonds. This is one of those hands where I can flop a huge draw against. This is most often going to be ace, queen, jacks, 10, stuff like that. Definitely calling. So what do I got? I'm open-ended. I'm going to check jam on either of these guys. Unless they both, well actually both go, yeah. This is perfect. Open-ended against both. Hopefully I'm not getting free-rolled by a spade. King has face and this. What do we got? Jack 10, 7s. Got the side pot. I'm actually fine against both of those hands. So it's exactly what I was saying I was going to do. I open and got check 2, gotta just continue over here. Ace, gotta raise it. Check called in 2 swans, turn them straight. Check here. I could continue with a check and try to sell my sort of $17. I gotta go less than that. I gotta go 495, something small like that. Raise another ace here. He went in for 10. I can't do it. He called there and he's gonna check again on the river. Okay, well I'm just gonna put him in. See what he does. Fold here. Go ahead and hit the bet. This flop, what do I continue against? I did raise. How many hands can continue here? I get raised on this flop. I assume that means he has a jack. I don't believe he has clubs. I don't believe he would insta raise me with a queen. So I'm actually going to $6. raise on this flop by maybe eights. I'm gonna call it for a club on the turn. Now I'm going to bet 925. Not a lot of hands can continue. Even a queen has a tough time calling, but if it's just a call, then I'm going to ship the river. Only way he can do anything crazier is if he has nines, jacks. Okay, so I definitely think he has a queen, and I gotta make him really pay for it. Let's do 26 bucks. I assume he has to fold a queen here. Wow, that is crazy. Okay. Well, that was the very best turn bluff card that we could have gotten, and we got our hand strong, and got called down by top or no figure. If I was just doing that for value with a jack, that would have been pretty sick. I guess he has a soul read on us. Let's 3-bet this to 550. Just a crazy soul read with a pair there. Raising minus blind. I'm definitely happy to stack off if he wants to. No, okay, that's a good one for me. Half pot this, half pot this, over half pot this. What was that? Ha ha ha. Interesting. What was that? I mean, I check out the flop, led both streets, won the when that club came. Actually, this ace of clubs is a good card for me to bluff at in case he actually had a 5. Let's see. Oh, he has an ace. Oh, king. Okay, so he turned the better hand. Turn an ace, bet. Get called by a single diamond, get called by a 10, get raised by flush. Was not a diamond. And now I have to for in case he had an ace with a queen, ace with a bigger diamond. Just gonna be a little over half. Raise my button. If I get called here, I mean, nope, I got diamonds. Nice hand. He did well. Check the, I put the floppy call diamond draw, gets there, checks it. What are you gonna do? Just min raise my suited king. Go ahead and get this queen out of here. Yeah, I can hold on one, suit king. Oof, that flop sucks. I'm done over there. Let's 3 up. I can't call that. Looking to get into a hand with 5 and really bet on, go big for value. Let's stack this off. Definitely looking to get it all in with this guy. He just called. That's a big ace a lot of the time, so we're just going to put him in. 10, 11, 16, whatever. Yeah. Maybe even had an ace king. Just going to take it down right there before his smaller ace or his bigger ace connects. Suited ace. Gonna definitely continue with a sizable bet. I'm not afraid of getting raised here. Actually, I would get it in here. Just check my king. Getting check raised with this guy would be sweet. The board pairs. If he's on a weaker flush draw, that did not help him. Bet my one pair here. If I get called here, then I'm shutting down 100% unless I catch a heart or an ace. I'm gonna bet one more time. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and check here. Cannot call there. I'm gonna let that go. We checked. Okay, well I have showdown value, so let's just give it a try. Got the 5 on the end. Nice hand. Gonna raise my suited queen jack. Suited queen blind versus blind, definitely raising. Just gonna half pot. Raise here would be pretty suspect. And check call the turn. See him. Raise the flop. Why? Maybe he has a bigger queen than me. Okay. Well, now it's a chop if that's the case. The only way he can bet again, even with an ace, I don't know. I think you would just check with an ace at this point. So a bet here, pocket fours. I'd be surprised for a big ace to bet here again. Call up to $8. Anything over $8, I'm gonna fold. 24. Okay, nice answer. Just half pot this, raise this. So just get richer over here. I'll defend with him, deuce, sure. $8, $90 over here. Damn, I want to call 7-1 stack this guy. $2. Let's go to 450. And raise my button here. Don't mind getting in with this guy. Okay. So you're up against ace king. Nice hand. I just can't win over there unless that happens. My gut shot. I'm gonna just call. And now I'm gonna bet a half the pot. Bet my gut shot one more time. And one more time, turn my hand into a bluff. You gonna raise me like a huge heart or something? Okay, good. I was gonna say, he might just have an 8. Let's see how he's calling. Nah. Ace king. I mean, that's the thing about being so short stacked, right? Is it means you're liable to do stuff with all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I mean, their range is crazy because they're so short stacked. They can do. He could have pocket 6s there. He could have king queen. I mean, it's ridiculous what people do when they're short stacked. $3. This guy's getting in 100%. If I have ace anything, queen 9, sure, ship it. I'm just gonna limp, and then when this guy goes all in, insta calling, just snap. 2 in, all in, get it in there. Oh really? Meh. I like the button. Not a bad flop for me. There's a lot of king X, king jack. I don't think I'm beat yet. Now I am not happy. Let's bet my gut shot here. $9. Yeah, that's a crippling card for me on the turn. That is the literal worst card I can see. I do want to get into a hand with 6 here. Someone can double me up. Raise to 5. bucks. I could call and go for a club. I'm a fan of mountain. That's too fancy. And then the 10 does anything for my hand. Then raise my button here. There's king of hearts. Folding the red 3. Both called. I get the best flop ever. Can't even continue because at best I'm against like just the ace of spades. And I have to fold all spades, all sixes, all sevens, all tens. Five, six of hearts. Here we go. Here we go. Raise the ace. Doobie? Scooby Dooby? Fold this here. I'm gonna get called by everything here. I'm gonna just get floated by everything. Not even stuff that beats me. So that's good. This guy is obviously just sitting out. Now I want to open. Put 2, 3. That's 5, 6 hearts. Get in there, number 6. I need you in there. And I need the flop to be 7, 8 of hearts. Oh, this is beautiful. This is exactly what we're looking for. I mean, being out of position is gonna suck. Having him on my left, you know. But I don't care. 100% calling. About to pay in a gut shot. Definitely calling about everything besides $11. Like $8 I think. 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna bet half the pot. He can call with over pairs, with spades, with diamonds. No, he lets it go. Okay. Raise my ace. 195. I bet I got called once. I got check called once? Okay. I can't beat an 8. Let's just bet this ace. He's gonna fold, I assume. Check raise to 798. I assume he's on diamonds or a queen, like a king queen, something like this. He checks, okay, he's not gonna get another free draw out of this. I don't think he's check raising me twice. Check raise check. I assume he has to be on diamonds. If he has a set of 4s or something, that's pretty sick. Speak of. Yeah. Yeah, nice check raise. He's queen 4. 2 diamonds, maybe a queen. Not letting that should go. $2. I guess. Oh, I need to inflate this pot. Let's go to 534. I need to get this pot bigger if I'm gonna play against ace queen. Nope. Alright. So he was just kind of bluffing. Just lead. Call $1. Sure. Risk $1.50. I'll lead. He did initially raise, so I expect him to raise here with a queen. I expect him to call here with a king or fold if he has 7s, 9s, 10s, stuff like that. $4. I don't want to just jam. No, let's just call. I did get raised here, so it's likely he has a queen. I'm gonna fold that. Check this flop. Okay, so I think we're both on X high. Let's go a little bit less than half. Give him one chance to float. That's a good turn card for me. Gives me up and down. I assume he's going to bet this turn card. Okay. So now I'm pretty confident I know what he has here. I'm going to go with the $9. This is the guy that called me down last time when I was bluffing. He's going to probably call me again with ace-x. We can get it all in. I'm not super happy about it. Well, he floated the flop. It's queen jack. He 3-bet me behind and floated behind, and I got there. Sure, he has some words to say. No. Okay. Let's just check. Check pseudo fold. $1.50 call. If I call, my hand is under rep, but I'm against two opponents. If I raise it up, I'm probably just getting everyone to fold. Let's just go to $12.50 and I can ship on every flop. This guy jams on me, it's not great. This is a good flop. I really, at this point, I'm hoping he has 9s and he can call me. Check, check. I'll half pot this. I got called and then check two. Okay. I don't think I get any more value out of that deuce. Raise. Let's go to 234. Yeah, so sometimes I'm in raising, sometimes I'm putting out numbers, sometimes I'm 3xing. You just want to be really aggressively random. A lot of people say, keep your raises exactly the same size, stuff like that. But, and there's some merit to that, for sure. But I like really just randomizing, even my raising number. Just gives it a full, it's just one more added element of randomness. I'm going to go ahead and check call, keep this pot fairly small. Fold to 6-5. Just going to check call this guy forever. Yep. And check call this guy again on the turn. And I'm gonna bet for value here on the river. Pretty sure I was ahead the whole way, honestly. I can't check again. He's never betting. So I'm gonna turn my hand into a bluff. 10-9. Let's open it up for 3x. I really don't like that this, just gonna half pot this. We're only getting called by hands that we can draw substantially strong, just draw pretty strongly too. We get raised here by diamonds, okay. So I'm gonna bet again. I could be semi-bluffing diamonds on the flop and get there. It also gives me a gut shot and a diamond draw. I don't think I get raised here very often. If he called the flop, he might have a 7 tops. And I did get there with the straight. I'm going to go ahead and keep betting a decent amount in case he really just doesn't believe me. Turn 2 pair, something funky like that. He ships on me. It really sucks because it means he probably just turned diamonds and decided to just call me. Which it looks like that's what's going to happen here. Is he's trying to just look at how big of a raise he can put in. It's reasonable. This is going to be a tank fold. Well, okay. I would like to see what he had. I assume A7 maybe, or I might have turned 2 pair. Let's see. What the? He turned a jack. Okay. That's definitely a possibility, sure. I think it's a pretty ambitious call on the river. I thought it open-ended. I'm gonna raise this guy. If he calls and checks to me, I'm betting, no matter what the card. Okay. Let's go 275. And if he calls and checks to me, I'm betting again. 650. Yep. I just have a rule, if you're gonna play heads up out of position again, you're gonna check every street. I'm gonna bet every street. That's how it's gonna work. Alright, we're gonna end the session here in
10 minutes. Raise blind versus blind. And at that point I'll tell you how we're doing. Go ahead and lead on the paired board. Get raised to $5. Excuse me. Okay, well, neither is that. I'm against this number 5 guy. Let's see if we can't get him in here. See if he likes to 3-bet me a lot, but I assume he's just gonna fold this. Yeah. He does like to 3-bet me a lot. But not that time. Alright, so next marginal that we can get, I'll decimal the raise. Since the last couple times I've been 3xing. And decimaling my strong hand. So I'm still just trying to figure out what's going on with this. I'll look over that hand again. Jack 5, Queen, Jack, Queen, a check, call, turn the perfect. I mean, what he has to be doing is he has to be metagaming himself into calling and thinking that I only bet the turn because it's the perfect bluff card, which is so sketchy. Because if I just show up with a better jack than him, 375, 275 more. Yeah, why not? Turn, pop a gutter. Check raise this 6 player here. 3-bet me. Definitely have ace-x of clubs, king queen of clubs, king jack of clubs. He could have pocket 6s, 7s, 8s. I mean, his range is very wide right now. My ace and a gutter. He's deciding whether or not he wants to lead and get check raised. He knows there's a club draw there. Okay, that card is not great for me. And 50 cents. This guy actually just kind of screwed me over because I can't really raise high enough unless he has ace king. I can go for a raise here. Let's go for 650. See what that does. Definitely calling the $2. If this guy comes along, then I'm pretty screwed because that jack is not a great card for me. Okay, flop a gut shot here. I'm definitely gonna check call once against the big stack. Unless this gets too big. Yeah, see, raise again here. Or I can't do this. Just ship? Okay. I'll get to see what's going on here. Oh, fold. Nice, good. Nicely done. That raise came in. Check raise. It's okay. Maybe. Anyways, my aces, fold my jack 4, and raise my jack 8 of hearts, and fold my 7 deuce. So the word spot. I'll just go ahead and back, pop, over there, flip it straight, do a 1/2 that, get rid of 2. Check raises that flop. Oh, pretty sure he's got a 5, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call it off. Hopefully he doesn't play the pot too much on the turn. I'm looking for call less than $10. Less than $10, that's what I'm going for. Okay. And now, if he had a deuce, The only way he bets you is if he has 5. I cannot. Yeah, I mean, he's told me he's had a 5 at every single point in this hand. I only min-raised 3. This is a pretty big leak, I feel like. That's a bit of a cost, but a pair of bullets. Okay, nice hand. Wow. Yep. I'm not sure why he goes for value on that river. Definitely just show it down. Showdown value would be very good. Yeah, I'll min-raise. I mean, my hand was pretty significantly under-wrapped, but just because your opponent, yeah, like, that type of betting with 7s right there is just the type of betting where you're looking at and you're saying, my hand is a good hand. The end. Like, that's the, like, I should bet I have a good hand. But betting when you have a good hand is like, that's one tiny piece of the betting equation. When your hand is good, that's not even that great of a reason to bet. Actually, it's pretty easy to defend the opposite. So, you know, that's just one of those situations where, again, my opponent is just repping his hand a little too strong. Check raising pretty big on the flop. It doesn't have to be a 5. It can be a deuce. And so, you know, actually, once we get to the river, I'm 90% certain that he doesn't have a 5, and I'm actually more worried about a deuce, because the deuce gets there and he was trying to defend his hand before that. Jack 3, if it was even slightly better, if it was Jack 7, I'd be in there, but Jack 3 can't do it. A6, gotta raise. You gotta raise your aces. 100%. 100%. 50 cents. Sure. I'm gonna check, raise this guy. Put the pot on this guy. $3. Okay, that's fine. That's a good flop for me against bigger aces. Especially gets checked here. I have backdoor hearts as well. I'm going to put in a small raise here, see if we're up against, let's go to 1450. See if we're up against an 8 or pocket 7s, pocket 5s. If he's an ace X, only way he can jam on me is if he has, you know, he absolutely beat. Alright, well, I definitely gave myself a chance to fold this. So I have 5 hearts, I have running hearts, 22 to 160, 30%. I have running hearts, I have a 6 or an ace. So I need 15 outs once. So I need 7 outs twice. So you bet this, and I just fold this. Raise my ace. Raise my ace. Yeah, 3-bet, you call. Just gonna beat every street. Oh, pretty much, except for, only if he raises me right here now. Yeah, now I'm definitely leading every street. Diamonds completes. 19 bucks. Okay, kings. Oh. I really feel like if he has 10s or lower there, he's gonna let it go. And 10s or lower would continue exactly the same way, but they would fold on the river. That's the difference. So, you know, kings is a small part of the range, considering the average player is probably going to raise me at some point. He did not. That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes they're really tricky. Got my button. I'll probably get called. Turn a open ender, gotta bet it again. Not because I have full equity, but because we gotta get the pot a little bit bigger. There was a deuce. Checked me every street. Let's do the same thing. Called by an ace, okay. Let's go $14. That kind of a mini raise. He did 6x me. He's jamming. What does he have, a 5 in spades? Yep. Oh, 1 minute ago. Okay, so any table I don't have a hand on, I'm gonna close. Add here. And actually, I'm just gonna leave this one. Okay, so after everything is said and done, we are up $76 on the session. Let me make sure that's accurate. Yes. We're up $76. Cool. Not a bad session. Some interesting hands. I'm definitely going to go back and look at oh, whoa. There's a weird glitch here. I'm going to go back and look at that hand, both the bluff hand where my opponent had Jack 5 and it was Queen Jack Queen, and he would not let it go when I produced the exact straight or flush line. And I'm also going to go back and take a look at the hand where I tank called with 10-8 when the river counterfeited me. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Yeah. And good luck at the table.